3 balls, 3 boundaries. You're not thinking, you're just hitting the ball where it's bowled. On the 4th ball, same length as before, except now there is a fielder at extra cover who wasn't there 3 balls ago. You don't decide anything, you just push at it, play safe. Nobody in the ground notices. Your partner doesn't say a thing. The scorecard stays as it is. But you know something changed for you up here between balls 3 and 4. And it wasn't the bowling. I've watched this exact sequence play out hundreds of times across the cricketers I work with. Different crowns, different levels, same shape every time. 3 balls of clean, instinctive batting, then one small change in the picture, a field change, a comment from behind the stumps, a number on the scoreboard, and the very next decision is different for the same ball. Not worse technically, the hands still work, the eyes still see the ball, but the decision underneath the shot has changed. I call this decision collapse. It's not a loss of skill or loss of intention, and it happens in a window most players don't even know exists. Most players, when they review an innings like this, go straight to the shot. They ask, why did I play that so safe? Wrong question. The shot was already decided before the ball was bowled. It was decided in the 10 seconds between deliveries when the field change registered, even if you weren't consciously aware of it. And that's where decision collapse actually lives. And here's what makes it dangerous. It is invisible to the player whilst it's happening. It just happens, and by the time you're aware of it, the safe shot is already gone to mid-on. That soft push to mid-on doesn't end a career. The decision collapse rarely happens once. Once the field change registers and the response is to play safe, the next field change does exactly the same thing up here, and the next, and the next, and it follows. By the back half of the innings, a player who was free scoring at the start is now playing an entirely different game because every small trigger compounded. This is how good players plateau. This is how innings collapse. Not through a lack of talent or intent, but through an accumulation of these invisible decisions that nobody, including the player, ever named. So the problem lives in the 10-second gap that's invisible to the player. The work has to start by making that gap visible for you. That's exactly why I built the Trigger Tracker. It's a structured way of mapping a few specific things: a field change, a particular scoreboard situation, a comment, a certain bowler that flips a player from attacking to playing within themselves. Every player's triggers are different. Most players have never identified theirs because nobody's ever looked for them specifically. Once a trigger has a name, it loses its grip. You can't manage what you can't see. But the moment you can see it, the moment you know this is the situation that flips me into safe mode, that is when you get to choose and come back to the present moment instead of react. So the 4th ball doesn't need to be adapt to extra cover or mid-on, but you only get to change it once you know it's happening and why and where. If this is a pattern that has been quietly running your innings, the assessment we use to start mapping it is in the links below.